Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome to this episode of Mike and Ant. I'm on cloud nine right now. My New York Knicks are going to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1999. It's been a long time coming. I survived the 2000s and the 2010s. I've waited a long time, really since I was like 11 years old. So I'm excited, but I'm trying not to be too excited because I know we ain't done yet. But Mike was good.
I'm chilling, man. I mean, you remember what I said? I said Spurs over Knicks. We gonna see.
We're gonna see
OKC.
the Western Conference is tight right now.
Well. I mean, you got to factor in the sixth man right now. Running is definitely the refs. But shout out to the Knicks. Brunson played out his mind this series.
The whole team.
Obviously, yeah. But listen, what I'm focused on is everybody, because I was one of those people that said it. He's a small star, but I think and I thought that a lot of people really was underestimating Hart and even Cat, and a few of these other people that just went bananas, but well deserving of the Easter Conference MVP. Brunson deserved that shit.
Well, Cat is interesting you mentioned Cat because Cat's what turned our postseason around when we started running the offense through him. We haven't lost the game since.
Yep.
Um, and the Knicks, they're running elements of the triangle offense, and every time I watch, I was like Phil Jackson somewhere smiling because they're running this triangle offense to like perfection. And I don't
Yep.
understand why more teams don't use it. Like no offensive system has won more championships in the triangle, and yet nobody runs it.
I think that a lot of them are scared to run it because maybe they just don't understand it or they're not Phil. Um, maybe also don't really feel like they have the team to run it or just like a different system better. I think a lot of coaches is stubborn in their own ways, whether it's the NBA or the NFL.
Well, like
They
in the NFL though, like in the last 40 years, like no offensive system has won more Super Bowls than the West Coast offense.
Yeah.
And because of that, you've seen a lot of teams like use the West Coast offense. So it's like this offense works, it's proven to win championships going all the way back to when Bill Walsh invented the offense back in the 80s. So why not run it? And so like in the
Well, my
NBA,
thing is the people that in the NFL, that's like the people that pass down to like family trees and friends of
yeah.
friends. And when these new guys come in, I feel like that's part of the problem. These new guys ain't going to that West Coast offense. They dialing up that whatever the hell they
Well,
think they
well,
dialing
for
up.
football, yeah, you're right. For football, because like you got people like Andy Reid and Mike
Yeah.
Shanahan
The roots
that
is strong
yeah
with
that
NFL
that work
coaches.
with Bill Walsh,
Yeah.
but then like Mike Shanahan obviously taught it to his son Kyle,
Yeah.
and then
And
when
then
Kyle
that
and all his homeboys were working for him in Washington, he taught all of them this offense, and now all of them are running it.
yep. And then it went to this, to that, to
Yeah, and then
that.
even the Raiders' new coach Clint Kubiak, who was the OC in Seattle, his dad worked for Mike, so obviously his dad taught it to
Yeah.
him, and then of course Clint worked for Kyle, so obviously,
Hate to
so it's just
say
like,
it, there's no place does nepotism better than the NFL.
oh yeah, I keep saying if you if
Not
you
with
if
the
you if you
players
boys,
necessarily.
nah, but I mean
Certain
for coaches, like
families.
if
Oh,
you
yeah.
boys with Kyle Shanahan, you're gonna get a job
Oh
somewhere.
yeah. You boys with McVay, you good. You
Well,
ain't
they're
even
all in the
gotta you ain't
same
even gotta
clique
do
though.
nothing.
Like
All you gotta
Mc,
do is be like, the guy that watched the quarterback coach do what he's doing, and someone will hire you. As
yeah, like
long as you
but
was there.
they're all of them are a clique though. Like McVay, Shanahan, the LaFleur brothers.
Taylor, the
Yeah,
they're
Zach Taylor who
yeah,
worked for
the guys in
McVay.
Detroit outside of the coach. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, the Detroit front office came from LA.
Yep. They're all over the place. They're sprinkled everywhere. Couple more I think left this year, a couple more leave next year. But let's get back to something that hasn't happened since 1999. We're talking about when people was ready for, and some of these kids ain't even gonna understand this. I was probably drunk out my mind, waiting for 12 o'clock, the new millennium. Everything was supposed to break. We knew that was bullshit even then. But there was those people, computers is shutting down.
I was only 12, so I was just like
Look,
whatever.
I was little couple years. I was but like that. I wasn't old enough to drink, if that's what you're insinuating, but I was drunk. Now, um, disclaimer, allegedly. But
Hey,
um
statute of limitations is up.
I know, but still, allegedly. Now, waiting for the ball to drop for the year 2000, which at that time, you might not have, like, understood 'cause you was a little bit younger. It was like the only time we're gonna see a, you know, three zeros. You see what I'm saying? It's like the year 2000, the
Yeah, see,
90s.
for me being a kid, I just didn't understand like why all these like adults were tripping.
Oh,
It's
because
like they were
people was
really
telling
freaking
them,
out that it's about to be the end of the world.
yeah, everybody was saying the world's gonna end, clocks are gonna stop working out. I heard a lot of weird theories. If you still go on YouTube and go down rabbit holes, y'all find some. But I say that to
Shit,
say
all you
this,
gotta
right?
do is listen to 1999 by Prince. He made a whole song about that shit.
There you go. And I say that to say this. We're talking 27 years. 27 years. Maybe 26 is some change. But just say 27. We've seen Sprewell and Allen Houston almost get there. The float, I remember they got past Miami. This is after Sprewell choked coaches, came back and revived his career.
Well,
Um,
he choked PJ Carmissimo on Golden State, and
yep,
because of that, they traded him to the Knicks.
yep.
So like him choking his coach, like the best thing that happened to me as a kid, because that means
It
they
was
traded him to us, and
at
all we
that.
had to do was give up John Starks, who was past his prime at that point.
Yep, and at that point, Sprewell and Allen Houston was actually two of my favorite players. I cheered for y'all to win the finals that year.
I don't know if we would have won it, but I still think the finals would have been closer if Patrick Ewing didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I mean, his knees weren't really the same then, anyways. They was like a player away. Whether it was Ewan or someone else, they was like a player away. But Houston, still one of my favorite shooters all time. Him and Klay Thomas have crazy similarities. I don't think people really appreciate how good A Houston was. But since then till now, like that's a long time. You probably couldn't even gravitate being in the finals at 12. It hit different. To wait 27 years, how does this feel to get there? I need to know from
Man,
them.
it feels great because like I said, I survived. So after that team in '99, we get back to the conference finals in 2000. We lose to Indiana,
Yeah.
and then after that, all hell broke loose. So from like '01 until like 2012 when we got Melo, the Knicks was straight ass. Like I had to
Yep.
survive the Jamal Crawford years, the Stephon Marbury years, the David Lee. At one point, little ass Nate Robinson was our best player.
And,
Like
and
we would all
Nate
this
was
shit.
Nate was good for a second there, but
He was good, but he can't be your franchise player at five and
oh hell
six.
no. Not I don't think you named anybody out, any of them that really could be a franchise player. And the Mellow time was a hot roller coaster.
Well, see, the thing with Melo is like, so Melo made us relevant again. Like at least during the Melo years, we would make the playoffs, but we just couldn't
Yeah,
get past the first round. And that was
yeah,
basically the knock of Melo's whole career, whether it was New York or Denver. He
yeah.
just couldn't get past the first round. I think he only made it past the first round like once or twice in his career.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, but these last 2 years though, it's been a roller coaster. I was excited last year that we got to the conference finals. I was surprised that we fired Coach Tibbs after getting to each of the conference finals for the first time in 25 years. But I think Mike Brown has proven that it was the right move because the one criticism about Tibbs is he doesn't play his bench. We just play the same, five or six guys every 48 minutes every game.
That
And
is
so with
true.
Coach Brown, like he's using the bench more, getting guys more involved. Also, too, the offense is better. Like I said, Mike Brown, he was the assistant at Golden State, and so you can see that he's using a lot of the Golden State offense. And like I said, we don't run it all the time, but there is elements of the triangle in there. So he either he learned it from Steve Kerr or he's been watching some Phil Jackson DVDs. But the offense is flowing, the ball's moving, and then even for these playoffs, once we got down 2-1 to Atlanta, he changed the offense again. It's like, okay, instead of Jalen Brunson running the offense, we're going to run the offense through Carl Anthony Towns, Cat, and we haven't lost the game since. And what's even been more impressive, we just blowing every team out in these playoffs.
Y'all swept the Cavs to get to the finals. That's pretty impressive.
Well, yeah, back to back, we swept Philly and we swept Cleveland, and we won the last three games of Atlanta. After going down 2-1, we won three straight against Atlanta. So we won 11 in a row. I think for Cleveland, they lost this series in game one when they blew that 22-point lead with 7 minutes left.
Yep.
They just were never able to recover after that, and the series is pretty much over after that. But the Knicks, they're on an 11 game winning streak, and I just had it here. Let me pull it back up. Yeah, they became the fourth team, excuse me, the fourth team in NBA history to win 11 playoff games in a row. The other teams to do it, the record is actually 12 by the Golden State Warriors in 2017.
Yep.
And then the 2001 Lakers, they won 11 in a row. And then the 89 Lakers are the other team to win 11 in a row. And of course, this year, the 2026 Knicks, the 17 Warriors and the 01 Lakers won the championship that year that they won 11 in a row. The 89 Lakers, however, they did not. They lost to the Pistons in the finals. So we'll see what the Lakers, I'm see what the Knicks do. If the Knicks follow the Warriors and the 01 Lakers, or will they be like the 89 Lakers?
Well,
But
my question for you is, who would you rather see in the finals, the Spurs or the refs?
I would rather play the Spurs because I think it'd be a better matchup. And then B, I think because we had success against San Antonio during the regular season, and I know a lot of people don't like to count it, and I'm one of those people. But we did beat them for that bullshit NBA Cup. And speaking of the NBA Cup, this is why our owner did not want to raise that banner, even though the league tried to get us to raise that banner. It's like, nah, we don't want that. We want the real one, not that fake
Yeah.
NBA Cup one.
Yep. If they
They
win this,
tricked the
maybe they
Lakers into
raise them
raising
both
that banner.
together. Maybe they raise both of them if they win it.
I don't know. The owner said he ain't raising it. Like it's just like ain't nobody care about that NBA Cup. That's why I didn't understand why the Lakers raised the banner for that shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the league tried to get us to do it, but nah. But like yeah, I think I'd rather play San Antonio. I think Oklahoma City. It would be nice to beat Oklahoma City, but like you said, man, you got to play against the refs. Like you just look at OKC the wrong way. They start flopping and shit and act like they
Yo,
just got shot, and refs just be calling it.
this is, I'm gonna just put it out there, man. I was a SGA fan, and argued for him, a lot, and just say it early in his career. Right now, this guy is just falling for no reason. Every chance he gets, it's like play the game. Like I would say, just me in general playing basketball, anybody playing basketball, I would think the goal is you play the game. If you get fouled, you get fouled. That motherfucker out here playing to get fouled. Like he's not even just playing the game; he's blatantly playing to get
Yeah,
fouled.
he initiates the contact, and so like that's what pisses me off because like he's initiating the contact, so it should be an offensive foul, but yet they keep calling defensive foul. But
He's
as a
so much
defender, like what
worse
he's
than
supposed to do,
James Harden ever
he's
was.
yeah. But it's like as a defender, like we supposed to do, like he's leaning into me.
Swinging
Like what do
legs,
you want me to
flopping,
do?
falling.
And it's not
Like,
just him; it's the whole team. The whole team do that shit.
yeah, but he's bad. He's like he makes what James Harden used to do look like common foul. Like he's literally like someone clipped something in like one game. He was on the floor like 19 times. Like, what are you doing?
And Chet Holmgren too is like, bro, you too goddamn big to be flopping.
Yo, listen,
Seven
bro.
seven two flopping and shit.
I can't get behind it. Um, but I guess what else do you want to throw on about the Knicks? Who surprised you in the series?
Landry Shamet, like he balled out. He made a 11 out of 12 three. I mean, yeah, 11 out of 12 threes for the series. So he was, and again, he's the one that came alive. He's the one that sent the game into overtime in game one, and he just been hot ever since. And then
Yeah,
Josh Hart, I mean, he's known for defense, but game two, he was our
yeah,
leading scorer. So I mean,
yeah. Hart's going
really, it was
crazy.
really a team effort. It really was.
Yeah, I
But let's
think the
talk about
Knicks.
Cleveland real quick because once again, speaking of James Harden, chokes again in the playoffs, and then Donovan
Uh,
Mitchell too, not able to get it done.
yeah,
Even though their
I
coach
mean,
said that they analytically that they won the series, they outplayed us, but that's not what the final score said. So I don't know about the analytics.
nah, this is why you should never follow those analytics. You got swept. The brooms came out. The
Not only
dirty
did you get
bums
swept, you
came out.
lost all 4 games by double digits.
Yeah, and you was up by 22 the first game with
Yeah.
7 minutes left. Yeah, so I don't know. I they're done. I mean, they got to rebuild. At this point, I don't know what James Harden got to do to try to get a ring. He might need to just sign when a team's already in the finals, and then he could
Well,
just ruin it then.
he's gonna be a free agent, so I don't know what he's gonna do either because he's 37,
Yeah,
and at times, especially in this series, Jalen Brunson was killing him. Like I mean, James Harden's always been a bad defender, but now that he's old, he even looks worse. Like he can't even move.
I don't even think it's about being a bad defender. It's about he doesn't play defense. He doesn't even try.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying though. He was a bad defender in his 20s. Now you expect him to be a good defender in his late 30s. It's not gonna work that
Mm.
way.
I mean, at least he could put some goddamn effort. That's what he
But
needs to
if you're,
do.
if you're Cleveland, so at the trade deadline, they try to make a trade for LeBron. For some reason, it didn't go through. Do you see them try to make a move to get LeBron again this offseason?
Um,
And is LeBron with their missing piece to get over the hump?
no, I don't think so. Like I James Harden probably won't be there, and I don't think Donovan Mitchell and LeBron would get it done personally. I think it would probably be similar to what happened this year. I mean, probably not in the way it happened, but I don't think he would have got past the Knicks. Maybe him, Harden, and Mitchell had a chance, but they got swept. Like how much of a swing would LeBron really have gave them? They lost by like 30 most of those
Yeah,
games.
I think. See, the thing is that I don't know at this age. I don't know if LeBron will make a difference.
Yeah,
Being that he's about to be 42 in December. If anything, LeBron will just go back to Cleveland because like that's where he started his career, and he can end his career going home basically.
I don't even
But
see him doing that.
I mean, the Lakers don't want him, so I don't know what's going to go on with that. But
Yeah,
I don't know where LeBron's going to go. But for the Cavs, it's tricky because I don't see them re-signing James Harden because of his age, and I don't think and these playoffs show that he's not even worth the money at this point. They're better off getting a different point guard, whether it's a veteran or a rookie or somebody younger, who knows. But also too, the East is going to be tougher. We talked about it last week. Detroit, they're a young, up and coming team. I think the Game 7 against Cleveland showed that the lights are just too bright for them right now. But I expect them to use this year as experience, and I expect them to be better next year. And then Boston with Jason Tatum
yep.
playing a full season healthy, I expect them to be back too. And of course, the Knicks, they're in the finals right now. And then Indiana, they had a bad year this year, but Halliburton's coming back, so I expect them to be back in the mix too. So I don't know. Maybe this was just Cleveland's year and they blew it because I don't really see them getting back this
Mm,
far again.
Yeah, I mean, even if somehow they got past the Knicks, I don't think Cleveland could have beat either team on the other side. I don't think it was their year. What the hell?
Nah, but I mean they went all in and traded for James Harden, thinking James Harden was the missing piece, but just he
Missing
wasn't.
piece. Yeah,
It just wasn't meant to be for them.
missing
But I don't
piece my ass.
yeah. Oh shit.
Hold on 1 second, bro. But as far as yeah, I guess give me a prediction. Are you taking it this year? You gonna speak into existence? What's going on here?
I believe we will. I think no, we're on 5 right now. I think we keep it going and we'll see. Now the tricky part though is that whoever comes out of the West, they will have the home court advantage. So for the first time this year, we're not going to have the home court. But the Knicks surprisingly have played better on the road in these playoffs than they have at home.
11
So
straight.
maybe
It don't matter
them
where
having
they're
home court
playing.
advantage won't be that big of a deal.
Yeah, they hit 11 straight. I don't think it matters at all where they're playing at right now. to tell you the truth.
Yeah, the only thing that makes me nervous though is that they're gonna have it could work in their favor, but can also hurt their momentum. The fact that they're gonna have a lot of time off in between the Eastern Conference Finals and the NBA Finals, only
Yeah,
because
that
they
yeah,
sweat.
that time off is sometimes sucks.
Yeah, because they're gonna have like 9 days off.
Well, we'll see. We will see. We will see how it goes. I think they got personally, I think they got a good chance, especially after seeing how they got there. It obviously changes a little bit how I was feeling about the finals. 'Cause I didn't think anybody in the Eastern Conference had a shot. But after 11 straight, I can't deny them. So they got a chance. I still think it's gonna be the Spurs to hold that trophy this year. Anything else you want to add before we get up out of here?
Well, I know the NBA is happy because last year, even though last year's finals was good,
Yeah,
but it was the lowest rated finals in history because it was two small market teams. And
yeah,
so I know the NBA is happy that at least they're gonna have one big market team in the finals this year.
yep. And San Antonio, I think, got a pretty good market as long as they can make it. So, but the Knicks are there. It should be
Yeah,
premiere. I
we
mean,
should
prime
get nothing
time.
but ratings this year.
Yeah, there's definitely gonna have primetime TV with the Knicks being there. They might break records for viewership with the Knicks being in the finals. But
Yeah, just the New York market alone.
for real. But let them know where to find us, my brother.
All right, you can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, TuneIn, Amazon Music, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio.
Absolutely. Don't forget to hit the like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube if this is your first time stopping by, and use the QR code. Go over to W Energy, put in the code Mob Squad 508, get 10% off all your purchases, and let's get ready to have a finals. It's gonna be a show no matter what. Let's see if the
Yeah,
Knicks can pull it off, my brother.
let's see. Let's go.
Peace out, bro.
Peace.